Liz, we believe here in Congress that every child should be safe in school, and we have a PLAN Act that will do that.
Congressman John Rutherford outlines how his legislation will protect school children in a conversation with Liz Ryan.
Since the Stop School Violence Act of 2018, over $700 million of safety funding has flowed into schools. But Rutherford has found that many schools struggle to find and apply these resources. That's why he's introduced H.R. 6613, the Preparing Leaders to Assess Needs for School Safety Act.
Liz, if you think about it as a one-stop shop, you know you want school security and you want to be sure that you're using the best practices, you'll be able to go to this regional school safety development program where all of the subject matter experts, all of the best practices, all of the evidence-based training has come together already. And so it'll create like a one-stop shop for how to best secure your school and your students.
With his extensive history in law enforcement and as a former sheriff, I asked for an example of how schools can be hardened through design.
A security vestibule. Some people call it a man trap. At the entrance to your school, you have to secure all the exits and entrances. Liz, think back in the day when most of these schools were built, long before we started having problems with school shootings. They had two purposes in mind: get a lot of students in early in the morning and get a lot of students out in the afternoon quickly. So they were all designed with just a ton of entrances and exits and windows. So now we have to go back and look at those things as potential security hazards.
To learn more about the Preparing Leaders to Assess Needs for School Safety Act, go to rutherford.house.gov. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. St. Johns County schools shine on the state's latest report card.
English language arts, math, science, and social studies, and we were the highest performing in each of those four core areas.
Tim Forson, St. Johns County School District Superintendent, highlighting the 2022-2023 school grades for St. Johns County, recently released by the Florida Department of Education.
I think it translates well to teachers and school leaders and district support folks as well, adapting and making sure we're on standard with what we're teaching and that we're doing it in a manner that is rigorous so the students are prepared, because it came out in those performances.
Schools and districts like St. Johns County will now use their 2022-23 baseline grades from the FAST assessment to make changes in instructional practices that will lead to better outcomes for students.
I look forward to moving forward as this starts to develop more history and more knowledge about using it. Here we are in year 2. I think some of our schools right now are in the middle of doing PM2, which is the mid-year monitoring. And so all of that is really an important tool, I believe, as Florida Department of Education has taken it on.
Forson says St. Johns County received an A grade in the last data check, too. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
The St. Augustine Solid Waste Division launches a new glass recycling location.
You'll find it at 30 Pellisier Lane on the city's west side. Solid Waste Manager Olivia Smith tells us what kinds of glass can be recycled.
Wine, beer, liquor bottles, also soft drinks. We can take baby food jars, spice and syrup jars, even cosmetic jars. And they do need to have the lids removed. It can be clear or it can be colored. So green, brown, clear. We just need to give it a quick rinse. We're trying to reduce the level of contamination in those glass jars. Please, no plastic bags. Make sure you're dropping that material in loose into the dumpster.
What they don't take?
Dishware, ceramic, porcelain, monitor glass, magnifying glass, eyewear, light bulbs. It is not the same type of glass nor the same type of process to recycle that glass.
Smith runs down the full list of locations where you can drop off recycling.
The green dumpsters on site are for your cardboard, paper, plastic, and your metals. The new blue dumpsters specify glass only. That is in the downtown Lincolnville area at 501 Riberia Street. We also have a location in North City at 323 San Marco Avenue. We have one on Anastasia Island at 143 Red Cox Road. We have added one and partnered with City of St. Augustine Beach. That is located at their City Hall and Police Department parking lot, which is 2200 A1A South And finally, our brand new kickoff location, 30 Pellisier Lane.
Visit cityofstaug.com and click on services to find more information about trash and recycling. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Amy Cherry.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.